exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the San Francisco 49ers Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on Madden 22. That is right. We are back. I return. I know I put out a video yesterday with the Notre Dame stuff, but that was recorded before all the PC stuff that I had going on. So this is the first official video of me back with the PC being quote unquote fixed. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm ready to get going. I know you guys are too. I've got a lot of stuff coming. We got to catch back up on obviously the 49ers. We got to catch back up with the Cougars. We got to catch back up with the Patriots and Madden 17. We got to catch back up with Stranded Deep. I haven't forgot about any of this stuff. I just haven't had time to record or the ability to record. I've had the time to record. I haven't had the ability to record. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, smash that like button and notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. I do want to say one more thing before we get into it. The 25 days of Juicemas didn't really go as I wanted it to, or as I may have planned it to. That's because mainly of what happened here with the PC stuff. So I hope you guys do understand. It didn't go as planned, but maybe next year it'll be a little bit better. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next year. But with all that being said, let's finally get into the actual video. I'm so excited to be back. I have not played this franchise or the Cougars franchise or anything really on Madden for like 2 weeks. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what we are. And I think we're in the playoffs with the 49ers for the second year. So it's about to be big. If you guys are excited, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get to it. All right, here we are at the divisional round of the playoffs. Obviously, we went 17-0, and we got the 1 seed in the NFC. So we didn't have to play in the wild card stages, but we do have to play against the Saints, who are 9-8 in the divisional round. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I said this in the intro. I have not played this series since the last time I recorded it, which has been probably 2 or 3 weeks from now, or 2 weeks ago. So I have no idea what's going on in this series. Let's get a little bit of a refresher with how the lineup looks and how the team looks. So we've got some very talented players, a lot of 99s on this team. We'll take a look at the Saints roster in a second. I want to take a look at the actual lineup first. So we got Brady, obviously. We got Adrian Peterson and CJ2K, who is now Superstar X Factor. I remember saying that in the last episode, one of the last episodes, that he got to Superstar X Factor. We have Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, and Antonio Brown. Our offensive line looks really, really good. We could do with an upgrade at right guard, but I mean, it's not like a big deal. Then we have Tony Gonzalez and Mercedes Lewis. On defense, we have a very dominant defensive line. Reggie White and Ndamukong Suh. Dwight Freeney, who's been an amazing draft pick for us. Then we have Damato Pecco. We got Sherman and Darrelle Revis on the corners with Joe Hayden there as well. Earl Thomas at free safety and Cam Chancellor at strong safety. We have Justin Houston, Ryan Shazier, and JPP on the linebacking core. The defense could use a little bit of a boost. Maybe get another defensive tackle. Maybe get a better backup corner, like a number 4 corner, and maybe get some like better role player kind of come off the bench to fill in some rotation pieces on the defensive line. That could be really the only thing that I have a little bit of a problem with there. Maybe get another, running back's pretty much good. Maybe get another tight end that's not Mercedes Lewis. I mean, I don't have a problem with Mercedes Lewis, but there are some pieces to work on in this team, and that's for the offseason. But other than that, let's take a quick look at the New Orleans Saints roster before we get into weekly strategies, so we can take a look at who they have as I pass them. There they are. So they have Smokin' Jay Cutler as their quarterback. They drafted him this past offseason with Baker Mayfield and Tua as the backups. Okay, so we'll have to go against Jay Cutler. O.J. Simpson is injured on their team. That is huge. They're going to have to go with Ryan Matthews and David Montgomery and Singletary as their running backs with O.J. Simpson out. Interesting. Wide receivers, they have Michael Thomas, who seems to still find his way onto the Saints. That's pretty cool. Julian Edelman, who is somebody that I have looked to bring in the future. Plaxico, who is also injured. Michael Pittman Jr., Terrace Marshall, who's also injured. Man, they are struggling with injuries heavily on this team headed to the playoffs. Todd Heap and Richard Rodgers with Freiermuth there. Trent Williams, Quentin Spain, Austin Ryder, Quinn Miners, and Sam Cosme. So that right side of the offensive line is not that great. I think we are going to have a field day with Reggie White. Then we move to the defensive line. Jared Allen, Jason Taylor, very good pass rushers, along with Ed Oliver. Then the linebackers are Leighton Vander Esch, Foyesade Olukan. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I apologize if I butchered it. I probably did. And then you have Dante Fowler Jr. Very solid linebacker core, very fast linebacker core. Then the corners are Jair Alexander, Pat Pete with Awuzie as the third corner. Justin Simmons and Brandon Carr are the safeties with Kyle Duggar as the backup, and Younghoe Koo and Rigoberto Sanchez are the punter and kicker. It's a very interesting Saints team. Their defense is not that great, and their offense is not that great. Their defense is better than their offense, as shown by the ratings. I think we are good to go on this team. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much. Jay Cutler, first time we've played against him, we are going to have to probably work on the short pass against him. And the defense, I think we're going to stick with the throw it short. We have the best passer rating as a throw it short. I think we're going to stick with that. The people getting the focus player stuff, we don't need Calvin Johnson here. I need to check injuries. I don't remember if we have anybody injured. Obviously, somebody's injured because Calvin Johnson probably should not be getting this. Who should we put this on, though? Should we put this on? Who's not in here that we probably should have it on? Maybe a corner? Do we have a corner? I mean, we could put it on Joe Hayden if we wanted to. You know what? Let's put it on Kemdiche. Let's give Kemdiche a shot. So this will be the training. Hopefully nobody gets injured. My nose is getting clogged for some reason. Okay, let's see if anybody is injured going into the divisional round of the playoffs. This is the second season of 49ers Legends franchise. And Calvin Johnson. Is that Calvin Johnson? Do we have another C. Johnson? That's got to be Calvin Johnson. It is. It's the only C. Johnson at wide receiver, and he has a high ankle sprain. That is not what you want to see. We are not going to have our number one wide receiver for the divisional round of the playoffs. That's big. That is really, really big. There are some key upgrades here. We'll auto-upgrade those because they're 99, so it doesn't necessarily matter that much. But let's check the injuries real quick before we jump into this game because we got a major one right now. It's just Calvin Johnson, a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for this week against the Saints. Hopefully that won't knock us too much. That won't hinder us too much. I don't think so. I think I've been able to utilize the offense not necessarily solely through Calvin Johnson. I'm not sure if we did stats and awards at the end of last episode, so we'll go through it again just in case. Tom Brady, 4,300 yards passing, 52 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. We had two 1,000-yard rushers, CJ2K, Chris Johnson, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson had 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. That's pretty good for both of them. We had two 1,000-yard receivers, Calvin Johnson with 1,200, 16 touchdowns, and Larry Fitzgerald had 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. Tony Gonzalez and AB were kind of close, but these three guys are going to have to pick up the pace and carry the load while Calvin Johnson is away on injury this week. Ryan Shazier led the team in tackles at 96. We had the sack leader being Ndamukong Suh, which is a little bit surprising. I thought Reggie White might have gotten it, but it is Ndamukong Suh with 16.5. Reggie White had 14.5. Justin Houston with 9. Then we had interceptions. Richard Sherman had 4. Ryan Shazier had 2. Houston, Pierre-Paul, Revis, Chancellor, Thomas, and Joe Hayden all had 1. I would expect some of these other guys like Revis and Joe Hayden to have a little bit more, but maybe not. I guess not. Mason Crosby did okay kicking, 4 of 6. Those are probably the games that I played, week 1 and week 7 or 8, whatever we played. And then 78 of 83 on extra points. Kick returning should be Cordell Patterson. Here he is, 31 kick returns, 705 yards, no touchdowns. Punt returns the same thing. And that is the stats on the season. If we check the yearly awards really quickly, Mike Vick looks like he's a lock to win MVP. Then we go to Coach of the Year. Kyle Shanahan could be winning Coach of the Year. If we go to the NFC, Mike Vick, John Abraham, Trent Green, Patrick Willis, Mike Vick again, Eric Dickerson, Calvin Johnson, Orlando Pace, John Abraham, Jack Ham, Jalen Johnson, Tucker McCann. So we have a possibility of 2 award winners this season. That's awesome. They haven't been decided yet because we're still early in the playoffs. I don't think they get decided until before the Super Bowl, so that is all good to go. I think it's finally time to play the New Orleans Saints. I hope you guys are excited. I'm glad to be back. Let's get some football going in the face.
What did he say?
I don't know what that means, but we're gonna go with it.
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is time for some 49ers playoff football. The divisional round is underway. 49ers and Saints, and we get to see the GOAT of all GOATs enter the field for the first time today. Tom Brady, 4,300 yards, 52 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Got to cut down a little bit on the interceptions, but other than that, it is fine. And here we go. We are down our number 1 target, Megatron. He is not in this game. The other receivers are going to have to pick up the slack a little bit as Tony Gonzalez walks the tightrope, breaks a tackle, and gets 10 yards for the first down of the day. We know what this team is capable of. We've played this Saints team before. I remember a lot of their same pieces as Chris Johnson. I got to get rid of one of these guys because I keep messing up their names. I can't have 2 C. Johnsons on my team. As Chris Johnson gets 10 yards, and that's 10 yards per play right now. As Adrian Peterson, he says, forget your 10 yards, I'm going through you for 20 yards. 22-yard run for Adrian Peterson. He has been on fire at the latter part of this season. If you guys remember the last episode, he went off in that game. And now he's picking up right where he left off as he gets another big run. 2 runs for Adrian Peterson, and he has gotten us down to the 13-yard line. We're going to keep feeding the hot hand. Why not? Adrian Peterson is killing the game right now. Why go away from what's working? Let's get a little bit of a pitch, get him to the outside, and they slow it down. Jason Taylor is there to catch him. So the pitch was probably a little bit too enthusiastic. We should have kept back up going through the middle, but That's all right. We have AB and Larry Fitzgerald are who my two reads are. Actually, nope, it's Tony Gonzalez because he's wide open in the corner of the end zone. I saw that with the Galaxy brain, boys. My peripherals are on point. Tony Gonzalez for a touchdown, wide open with an amazing route. And Mason Crosby puts that one up and through. Just a little bit of light work, nothing to it. It ain't no thing. 7-0 49ers lead to start this playoff game. Crosby will send this away, and this is the first look at Jay Cutler, smoking Jay Cutler, as we all know from the memes of Jay Cutler smoking a cigarette on the sidelines, even though it technically never happened. But there he is, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 4,000 yards. He even looks like Jay Cutler. The rookie out of Vanderbilt, how will he play in his first ever playoff game? Well, they had to get to they played in the wild card game, so his second ever playoff game. It's going to be a sack for Ndamukong Suh, and we're picking up right where we left off in the regular season. That's 17 sacks, 17 and a half sacks for Ndamukong Suh on the season. I know it doesn't count for his regular season stats, but in total, he's got 17 and a half now. And we're putting the pressure on Jay Cutler right away as they get it to the running back, and we're going to push him out of bounds. I think that's David Montgomery who caught that one. It is indeed David Montgomery. All right, let's see what we can do here. On 3rd and 9, Jay Cutler's going to send it deep, and it's going to be pass interference on Sherman. Julian Edelman was fighting the entire way. That was a lot of hand fighting between Sherman and Edelman. They have a history going back to real life Patriots versus Seahawks and Patriots versus 49ers even. And that's going to be a pass interference first down for the Niners, or for the Saints, excuse me, we're the Niners. 2nd down and 3 now after the 7-yard catch. Jay Cutler looks pretty good the first couple throws. He hasn't really tested anything. And Reggie White was going to bring the pressure. It's going to be a great tackle. That's a fumble. Ball is out. Earl Thomas picks it up. He's got some space. Can Earl Thomas take it back to the house? It looks like he can. 5, touchdown 49ers. Earl Thomas takes it to the house. I don't know what happened there. Joe Hayden wrapped up David Montgomery with a leg tackle, and Montgomery just let it slip out. Oh, his elbow was down. That's coming back. That play is coming back. I didn't realize his elbow was down. I really didn't even know what happened, to be honest with you. Yeah, that one's coming back. We knew that. His elbow was clearly down. But that was an exciting play early in this game. I thought it was a weird fumble. I mean, he just got leg tackled or ankle tackled. It shouldn't have been a force for a fumble. That's going to be no forward progress, I wouldn't think. Yeah, we held him back. No forward progress. Ryan Shazier has been a demon this season for us. What a pickup that we got in that trade in the in the preseason, I should say. And it's 4th and 4. They're going to go for it early in the game. And Ndamukong Suh brought the pressure, but Mike Thomas gets it. And that's going to be a clear touchdown. Cam Chancellor cannot get to him. Unbelievable. I went for the SWAT, and it just got a bad animation. Just a bad animation, and Michael Thomas had nobody else there. There was no deep safety help. And that's what happens, man. That's what happens when you get bad animations. It takes it to a tie game, 7-7. All the momentum, well, not all the momentum, but some of the momentum goes back to the Saints, as Cordero Patterson hasn't really been the electrifying kick returner that I expected him to be when we drafted him in the very first episode of this series. But he's been all right. I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong. We're going to send Tony Gonzalez on a streak, and I'm looking at Antonio Brown as my number 1. There it is. That's right over the top of Jason Taylor. Very close to being picked off. Probably should have been picked off, to be honest. That was a very risky throw, but we got it. Big time play. I'm going to roll out. I'm going to hit Antonio Brown on the sidelines, and he's going to have to step up, man. He is another 99 overall that we have. He's going to have to be our number 1 instead of Calvin Johnson today. Don't forget about Larry Fitzgerald either. We can't forget about him or Golden Tate. I mean, Golden Tate's a good weapon too. Adrian Peterson, another big-time run. Keep fighting, and he's down to the 39-yard line. 48 yards for Adrian Peterson. It is all day for AP. 2nd down and 4. I'm going to hit Antonio Brown on another corner route, but it's dropped. Antonio Brown drops a wide open catch. A very rare scene for Antonio Brown, who's one of the more sure-handed players in all of NFL history. Tony Gonzalez is going to be there. He's going to run over a man and keep on going. Tony Gonzalez, one of the greatest tight ends to ever walk the grace of the earth. The grace of the earth? That doesn't make any sense. That's my fault on that one. I was too caught up in what I said right there. 2nd down and 10. The first quarter comes to a close. It's tied 7-7. We've had some very good runs and very good passes. Adrian Peterson gets to the 14-yard line. 3rd and 7. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I'm probably feeling Antonio Brown. Yeah. Antonio Brown fit that in the window. It's going to be dropped at the goal line by Antonio Brown. That was more great defense from Leighton Vander Esch than just dropped by Antonio Brown. But we're going to kick the field goal, and Mason Crosby, did you see that sail like curve itself? That was a wild kick, but it does go through. We take our lead back 10-7. Should have had a touchdown. That sucks that we don't come away with points there, but we definitely should have had a touchdown. But I'll take the 3 points, especially in a playoff game, and the way that Michael Thomas just torched us for 50 yards or whatever it was, 40 yards on that run. We got to take anything that we can be given, so... And Ndamukong Suh on the first play of the game got a sack, so let's see if he can do it again. I'm actually going to use a Reggie White, let Ndamukong Suh run himself, and I'm going to get double-teamed with Reggie White. That's going to be thrown out of bounds by Jay Cutler, a poor throw. He had, like, a bunch of guys bunched up together, bad route running. We need to work this right side. We said in the pregame that the right side of the offensive line was their weak point. We need to prove that here as Dwight Freeney got pressure and Jay Cutler again just throws this away. He's wasted 2 plays here on this drive. It's 3rd down and 10, and in a playoff game of this magnitude, you cannot waste any possessions, any drives. And that's going to be a deep throw. Cam Chancellor's going to pick that off. Give me that. Cam Chancellor, easy reads. And Cam Chancellor down to the 31-yard line. Let's go. You love to see that. I don't know what Jay Cutler was doing. He had 2 unbelievable throwaways out of bounds, and then he just heaves one up to probably Julian Edelman. I didn't see who the receiver was, but it probably was Julian Edelman on that right side. And it just gets easy picked by Cam Chancellor. I don't know what was going on there. Jay Cutler with a mind-numbingly confusing possession there, and that gives us momentum, full momentum, and the ball close to the red zone. Motioning Larry Fitzgerald. I'm going to throw this quickly to Mercedes Lewis. He's going to power his way to a first down, and Tom Brady is looking to put the nail in the coffin. I know it's still early, but we could potentially put the nail in the coffin here with a laser throw to Tony Gonzalez. He's going to try and fight, but he's brought down just short. Justin Simmons with a great tackle. A great tackle to stop him. And we're going to give it to the fullback. You love the big beefy boys getting touchdowns. Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare, and he's into the end zone.
Nice.
Christian Okoye, plant the flag for Nigeria. That's what I'm talking about. We take another commanding lead in this series. It is now 17-7. The Saints offense had a weird outcome on their 3-and-out that they had. Whatever they want to do, man. If they want to keep doing that, if Jay Cutler wants to keep wasting the 1st and 2nd downs, then I'm totally fine with it. You can do what you want, Jay. You are smoking Jay Cutler, after all. Do whatever the heck you want, man. 1st and 10. They have literally no rushing yards as they give it to Ryan Matthews, and he's going to be knocked for -1. So forget the run game. We're not going to let anybody run on us. We have too many great players. Ryan Shazier has been one of the best pickups we've had ever. I mean, I know we're only in season 2, but Ryan Shazier is a monster. That's going to be knocked away. Jason Pierre-Paul knocks that out of Michael Thomas's hands, and it's 3rd and 11. This Saints offense needs to get off the, or needs to get some points, or it's gonna go downhill from here. It could get out of hand as Reggie White was gonna bring some pressure. That's knocked away. Darrelle Revis. Michael Pittman could not handle it, and that's a 2nd, 3rd. I know the first drive wasn't really a 3-and-out because we picked it off on 3rd down. It's technically a 3-and-out. I mean, they went three downs, and then we got the ball back, so technically it's a 3-and-out, but they didn't punt the ball back to us. I guess it was like an arm punt, basically. But we got another chance to put some points on the board before halftime. I think I'm going to run this ball a lot more to try and drain the clock, unless Adrian Peterson wants to take it to the house on one play. 70 yards for Adrian Peterson the first half. This could be a Hall of Fame stamping day for Adrian Peterson if he wants to do it. We're going to keep feeding him the football, not only because we have to run the clock down, but because he's got the hot hand. And you got to feed the hot hand when you got it. So we're going to give this to Peterson. He's going to cut back inside and get brought down by Van Der Esch after a few yards. 49-yard line is where we're at. We are going to pass the ball here to hopefully extend the drive. Change this to slants. I like Larry Fitz on a quick throw, and I'm going to hit him on the quick throw. There it is. That's the first down, extending the drive. 104 yards and a touchdown for Brady. And let's get back to the run game. We've got one more play before the 2-minute warning. It looks like the Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game to play either us or the Saints. Hopefully us. I mean, we have a 17-7 lead in the first half. I would assume it'd be us. But you never really know. I mean, all Madden is pretty crazy sometimes. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Hopefully, if we score here before the half, we will be more comfortable to take the lead, or to control the game until the end. We are going to give Adrian Peterson a little bit of a breather as we bring in CJ2K, who's going to get his first carry of the day, I think, right? Or his second carry? His second carry of the day. And he gets to the 22-yard. Oh, that's right, because he got 10 yards on the first play. CJ's still in the game here. They are pressing the linebackers, and they're going to go. They're not going to drop back into coverage. They are committing fully to the run, and it's working a little bit here. But you know what happens when they commit too much to the run? The passing game becomes open. And I'm going to send Antonio Brown straight to the heavens. And I'm lobbing this one. This is Antonio Brown all day. This is Antonio Brown all day, baby. Spike that football into the dirt. Bye-bye. We just scored an amazing touchdown there. They are going to booth review it, but I think it's going to stand. I think Antonio Brown is going to get the touchdown, and they confirm it. It is 23-7. Tom Brady to Antonio Brown. A magical connection as Mason Crosby. I missed that. Of course I did. I suck at that. I need to get a focus kicker for sure. That is one thing that I need to get, is a focus kicker, because I suck at hitting the target. For some reason, I don't know why I do. I just suck at it completely. And it's going to be knelt down by the Saints. 1:08 to go in the first half, 23-7. Jay Cutler has struggled. This whole Saints team has struggled in this first half here. The Saints offense has not been good. The defense for the 49ers has been on point, and Earl Thomas was a good wrap up there. He's going to take him down after a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Cutler with the snap. He's going to find his man. It's going to be Ryan Matthews, brought down. Timeout called by the Saints. Very interesting. 58 seconds. They think they have some sort of chance here. We're going to bring the pressure with Reggie White, and we're going to get there with Reggie White. That's a sack on Jay Cutler, and that is second down and 19. That's 2 sacks on the day for this 49ers defense. Ndamukong Suh and Reggie White. And Reggie White's going to get there again. Back-to-back plays. Reggie White. I told you this offensive line on the right side was not going to be able to step up and hold on to this pass rush that we have built here in San Francisco. I told you. I warned them at the beginning. And now Reggie White has his X Factor enabled. They're going to run the ball, and they are going to just go down after that. I would call a timeout here, but there's not really any points. They're going to get the ball at the second half anyway. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's going to be the end of the half. We are going to go with, you know what? I'm going to continue to run the ball inside with Adrian Peterson. I feel like we got something cooking there. We're going to defend the short pass to Jay Cutler. That's how they scored their touchdown. I think that might have, was that a medium pass or was that a short pass? I don't know. It might have been, if it was 10 yards or more, that's a medium pass. So I think that might have been 10 yards. I can't remember exactly how Michael Thomas got the ball, but he took it to the house. And that's their only score of the game. Reggie White should still have it. Oh, no. Okay. I thought Reggie White would keep his X Factor lit up, but it looks like after the half it goes away. I thought for sure that it stayed. Maybe I was wrong. And that's going to be knocked incomplete. Kurt Coleman stepping up. The backup free safety. Don't know why he's playing a whole lot. He shouldn't really be, unless it's a formation thing. He might be playing because of the formation that we're playing. That's going to be caught by Julian Edelman, missing the user tackles on 2 separate occasions, and finally brought down. That's just me being a bad user tackler, I guess. I hate that, man. I hate being a bad user tackler. I want to be one of the best user tacklers in the game, but I can't because I suck. That's going to be play action. Jay Cutler taking a big risk doing play action, but Michael Thomas has burnt everybody, and for some reason he scores. What happened here? Let's go back and watch this replay. So whose assignment was it? It was Darrelle Revis. He just gets beat on the route. Darrelle Revis gets beat on the route. But then I go for the dive. He does a spin move. And then Cam Chancellor just like runs into him and just collapses to his knees. I don't know what kind of animation I got there, but it did not help me there. And Michael Thomas has 2 catches and 2 touchdowns. He has been a problem. I'm not sure why I got this animation, but I did. And it cost me a touchdown. So they're going to go for the 2-point. Let's see what we can do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran this ball. It looks like they have their fullback in the backfield. They are going to pass it. Cutler is going to have time, and it's going to be caught. No! Last second, Julian Edelman has the ball ripped away by Ryan Shazier. Edelman could not hold on, and it's 23-13. That is so crazy. I thought Edelman was for sure going to hold on to that. And now we get the ball to start the third quarter here, our first drive of the third quarter. And we're just going to run this ball. We are going to continue to pound it down their throats with Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson. If they can't stop it, then we're just going to keep going. I mean, I'm not going to go away from what's working. I mean, look at that. If we can get that many yards a carry, if we can get 6 yards a carry every time, then, I mean, yeah, we're going to go right up the field on him. Adrian Peterson, great blocking from Antonio Brown. I couldn't pick a lane. That's my fault. I got too indecisive there. I couldn't pick which lane I wanted to go in, and I just ran in the middle of the block. That's my fault. But we still got almost 100 yards rushing with Adrian Peterson there. That should be 100 yards. It is 102 on 15 carries for AP. Let's get a little bit of a breather for him. Let's give CJ some run here. And it looks like we're doing just fine without Calvin Johnson. I wasn't super worried because our offense is not necessarily built around Megatron. It certainly takes a little bit of a hit because he's not playing. But, I mean, we still have very solid players like Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald, Tony Gonzalez out there, and Golden Tate. So, I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world if Calvin Johnson misses a game, and he's going to be back next week anyway for the NFC Championship if we hold on for this win, as Golden Tate makes a big-time play, who doesn't really get a lot of catches because he doesn't get a lot of playing time. I'm going to wait. I'm waiting. Thank you, Larry. I was waiting a long time for that one to develop. It finally does. He gets open, 16-yard line. Let's get back to running this football so we can continue to drain this clock and get out of here with a victory, head to the NFC Championship game, and start thinking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not sure who's on their team. I haven't been reading the little ticker down below who's on their team, but I'm sure they got a pretty decent team if they're in the NFC Championship game, especially in a franchise like this where there's so many good players, so many 99s and stuff. Let's see what happens. Can Adrian... I was hoping Peterson could slip through that little gap, but it closed very quickly, and the gap was not there. They are pressing very tightly on the line. Antonio Brown, with one move, could get a touchdown here. And it looks like he's not going to get it. I'm meant to roll around, throw it on the run. Larry Fitzgerald with the catch. Touchdown! Tom Brady throwing on the run. What is this, 2001? Tom Brady showing the wheels. He's got the speed that kills. Look at that. Let's go back and watch that. I got to see Tom Brady throwing on the run. That barely ever happens. Let's give it to me. Show me the good stuff. Show me the juice. There it is. Look at the speed. This is real time, ladies and gentlemen. That speed.
Stop it.
That speed kills.
Get some help.
And Tom Brady throwing on the run like only Tom Brady can. What a wild throw animation for Tom Brady there. Now that right there is a man on a mission. Oh, look at that. Thomas throwing on the run. Good. Finger licking good, as I like to say. And Mason Crosby will put this one up and through. He won't miss this one. It's 30-13. I'm feeling pretty good. I am feeling pretty good about this one, especially the way our defense is playing. I mean, Reggie White with back-to-back sacks on that last drive. I'm feeling pretty good. Yes, they did score a touchdown on that same drive, but our defense is dominating other than Michael Thomas. Everybody other than Michael Thomas is not performing very well. Cutler will motion, and they'll send it to the fullback, and he goes down after one. And Sam Cosmi is injured. That is a right tackle that already wasn't playing very well, and now they got to go to the backup when you're trying to block Reggie White and Ndamukong Suh. This is not going to go well for the Saints. We were already getting a lot of pressure on their right side. And they're going to double team Reggie White, which should allow for somebody else to get some pressure. They're going to find a man open. Cam Chancellor going to bring the hammer down. And that is going to be Michael Pittman with a big catch. They double team Reggie White, so I'm going to use somebody else. I'm going to use Dwight Freeney for a little bit, or maybe Ndamukong Suh. Hopefully it's just one-on-one with the center. And they're going to double team Ndamukong Suh this time. I can't pick. Are they double teaming me? Like, is that what's going on? Or are they double teaming the person that's hot right now? So let's test it out. Let's use a Reggie White and see if they double team me. Because Reggie struggles with the double team sometimes. Everybody struggles with the double team. So it's going to be one-on-one. Dwight Freeney had a shot at him. Joe Hayden and Michael Thomas.
What the fuck?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I was pressing triangle. I promise you I was pressing triangle. And I ran away from the ball, I guess. I wasn't even really moving the analog stick. I was trying to get him in position to just intercept that ball, and Michael Thomas has 3 catches and 3 touchdowns. That's got to be some sort of playoff record or something. But it doesn't matter because we still have a 10-point lead, and we are in control of this game. Antonio Brown could be open here deep. I don't know if I want to wait that long for the route to develop, but it could be there. It's not there. I got to get this ball away. Golden Tate. Big time throw from Brady. Stand in the pocket. Take a big hit. Let's get back to running this football. The third quarter is about to be coming to a close. And then we just got 7 minutes before we head to the NFC Championship game. Adrian Peterson continues his great day on the ground. 18 carries, 109 yards. All he needs is a touchdown to go along with that. And it'll be a fantastic day for AP. We're going to give this to him again. He's going to get shut down by Olulukon. And Jared Allen's going to get injured. 7 seconds. This should take us to the end of the third quarter here, depending on what happens. I'm going to quick throw this to Golden Tate, who's been pretty solid for us today. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 7 minutes between us and a trip to our second NFC Championship game in a row. I think we played. Who did we play in the NFC Championship game last year? Did we play the Saints in the NFC Championship? I can't remember who we played. I know we didn't play the Eagles. That's for sure. And we played the Steelers in the Super Bowl. I do remember that, but they lost to the Dolphins in the Divisional Round. So we won't be getting a Super Bowl rematch, or the possibility of a Super Bowl rematch. And they are playing the run heavy now. They are playing the run heavy, so it looks like we're going to have to switch it up a little bit. It seems like they're starting to figure us out a little bit. We can't be one-dimensional. It's going to be Texans-Dolphins in the AFC Championship. That's weird. And it's going to be Eagles versus probably 49ers, but I mean, it is me, so there's still the possibility of us blowing this. I don't really want to. I'm going to drop that to Adrian Peterson. He's going to try and fight for it. I don't really throw to Adrian Peterson as much as I throw to Chris Johnson. Peterson's more of our running back, and Chris Johnson's more of our receiving / like elusive back. But Adrian Peterson did the job there. Quick throw to Larry Fitzgerald, and that's going to be stripped. Justin Simmons will pick it up and brought down by Michael Orr. Larry Fitzgerald usually sure-handed once he has the ball in his possession, and he gets stripped of it, and he was not down, so that is not good. Sam Cosmi is back in the game. He must have just been out for a couple plays. But is it better than who they had? Michael Thomas finally gets a catch that doesn't go for a touchdown. It's about time. I thought they were exclusively going to throw to him when it's time to get a touchdown. But they are down by 10 with not a lot of time left. They have to score 2 times here to win this game, and I don't know if they can. They can if they do that the whole time, that's for sure. That's going to be the tight end. Come on, boys. We got 4 minutes to hold on to this lead. It's not like we haven't done this before. That's going to be quick throw. That's picked off Jason Pierre-Paul. Easy reads. And Jason Pierre-Paul might have just given us the momentum that we needed. What a play. I did not expect that to be picked off at all. I thought that might have been incomplete if at worst. Or at best, I should say. But, hey, it's picked off. I'll take it, man. I will take it. But now do we run some more clock? Or do we try and put the knife in the chest? That's a weird turn of phrase, but I said it. Larry Fitzgerald, I'm going to give you another shot, man. And he holds on this time. It's very unlike Larry Fitzgerald to fumble the football, so I don't really hold that against him. I mean, Antonio Brown's dropped 2 passes in this game, so we've had a lot of mistakes here in this game, and we're still up by 10. And I'm going to keep feeding Larry because I trust him. He had a little bit of a mental error, but that happens to the best of us. 1st and goal from the 3. I got to give AP the shot. If he wants the touchdown, he can have it, and he got stuffed. Stuffed with nowhere to go. All right, let's try a little bit of a fake fullback flip to the halfback. Antonio Brown's got press on him, and they aren't going to fall for it, or they are going to fall for it, and Adrian Peterson gets the touchdown. The pass rusher committed too much to Brady and Okoye. I couldn't remember his name. And Adrian Peterson walks into the end zone, and that's 37-10. It is a 17-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the game. This seems like a very insurmountable lead for the Saints to come back from. I just hope that you're right. I just hope that that's true. We've only gotten 3 sacks on the day, 2 by Reggie White, 1 by Ndamukong Suh. I'd like to get a couple more, or at least some pressure on Cutler. That's going to be a screen play, and to the fullback again. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. I don't know what it is about the CPU and throwing to the fullback or running with the fullback. I don't know what it is. I mean, the Saints have really good players at running back, and yet they choose to use their lower overall fullback. That's going to be completed to the fullback, and Jay Cutler is hurt on the play. Ndamukong Suh got the pressure. I was going to go to we don't need to see this one, but it's fine. And Ndamukong Suh got the pressure, and now Baker Mayfield comes in relief. What an interesting turn of events. And he throws to the fullback. Will Jay Cutler be able to return in this game? That's a big storyline for the Saints. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much because it's the 4th quarter. But Baker's going to send this to the end zone, and Edelman will be out of bounds. Once again, I did not get an animation. I don't know if it's because I was probably a little bit too far away from the ball. I don't know what it was, but I didn't get an animation. It is what it is, and it's 2nd down and 10. That's going to be a screen pass. It's going to go to the fullback, and he's going to get brought down inbounds. And Austin Ryder's now injured. That's their center down. He's gone. They lost Cosmi early in the game. He's back. but now their center is down. Jay Cutler's still not in the game with 1:14 to go. Did he get out of bounds? I could have sworn he stayed in bounds. That's going to be caught by Julian Edelman. Bring the big hit. There it is. Ball's out. Darrelle Revis, and that's game. With 1:06 to go, Earl Thomas laid the hammer, and Darrelle Revis picks up the pieces. 3 turnovers for the Saints, 2 fumbles and a pick. And Adrian Peterson just going to ice this game. 120 yards, 25 carries, and a touchdown. One more run, and that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going back to the NFC Championship game for the second time in the series. There it is. That will do it. That will do it. We will kneel down when the clock gets to the right time, and that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. It was an interesting game. The Saints offense didn't really play that well. I mean, I knew their defense was going to be pretty tough to handle, but they weren't even that tough. I mean, we ran all over them. And we'll snap this ball. There it is, and that is going to be the game. 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be playing the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I'm curious to see when Jay Cutler is coming back. I mean, their season's over, so it doesn't matter. 19 of 22, 281 yards and 3 touchdowns for Brady. 26 carries, 125 yards and a touchdown for Peterson. Obviously, Christian Okoye got a touchdown as well. Larry Fitzgerald, 6 catches, 87 yards and a touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 5 for 74. AB had 3 for 58 and a touchdown, and Golden Tate had 3 for 50, so that's pretty good. The receivers did well in response to Calvin Johnson missing this game. 6 tackles for Cam Chancellor, 2 sacks for Reggie White, 1 for Ndamukong Suh. Picked off, oh, that's right, we had not 2 fumbles, it was 2 picks. Cam Chancellor and Jason Pierre-Paul both had the picks, and then the forced fumble and the fumble recovery. So, big game, boys. Big, big game. And we'll wrap it up. We're playing the Eagles. We already know that we are. We will auto-upgrade that because I think Darrelle Revis said, yeah, he's gotten to the max on everything. He's 99 on everything. So let's advance the week really quickly to the NFC Championship game. Confirm that we are playing the Eagles. I'm pretty sure we are. And we are. Calvin Johnson's back. In the next episode will be the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Leave a like on the video. If you did leave a like on the video, I screwed that all up, didn't I? But thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button on the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.